us now in our virtual green room is a really interesting woman. I spoke to her last week, and I was thinking about all of what we were talking about in our conversation. So I'm going to let you hear our guest, who's Reverend Marie Tombow. And the name of her book, it's a long title, but the first title you need to know is Freedom in Action, A Journey of Discovering Love. And then it goes from there. So, Reverend Marie, thanks so much for coming on the show.
I'm happy to be here.
Let's talk about what it was that happened to you in your life that led you down a path you didn't think you were going to take, and then how you made a turn.
Well, as near as I can figure, we, on in life, we have things happen to us. And loved ones can say and do things they don't intend any harm with, but we take it the wrong way, and then we react to it. And things that my mother had said to me early on in life, I took as rejection. And the more she talked, the more I felt rejected. And then I decided I didn't want to be like her. So, and I couldn't seem to please her. So as time went on, I started looking for people that would accept me for who I was. And I entered into a lesbian lifestyle. And I knew it wasn't right. I knew there was something that didn't agree with what God had planned. And as he spoke to me and he took me through a journey in the Word to show me what his stance is, and that's in my first book, which is no longer thrown away, I came to know myself as he created me to be. And as we've walked these ensuing 44 years, I've come to love the person he created me to be. I've come to love living with him and learning his joy and his trustworthiness. And I would like for those who are caught in that same trap that I felt I was in, I'd like to know this same peace and soul satisfaction. It's the only place you can find it. So that's what's prompted me to write these books.
How tough was it for you to make that change then? And probably there were a lot of people that maybe rejected you because you rejected the lifestyle that you were living for so long.
Well, God in his wisdom, when it was time to take me out of the lifestyle, he moved me away from people I knew. So I moved into a different surroundings and was able to just kind of go along and see, okay, now what do you want me to do, and this kind of thing. And so I wasn't in the same group of people, but I as he changed my priorities, or as I lived with him and allowed him to make the changes, he changed my priorities, and I was no longer satisfied with living that way. I wanted to live his way, and as the priorities changed, it became easier to accept what he had done with me. And it's just all in trusting him.
And, when we talked and we're speaking to Reverend Marie Tombow, you had such joy in your voice. So, after being one way for so long and then coming back into the life that you're in now, what was that feeling like? What did that feel like?
Well, at first I was very scared because, as we go along with him, he will allow us to be tested to check our commitment and cause, and get us in the habit of reaching for him. And I was tested in different ways, and I was scared. But I was scared in such a way that I went to the prayer group that I was with and asked them for prayer support as I went through the testing. And by his grace, I passed the test. By his grace, I never backslid in this area.
Wow. And again, the name of the book is Freedom in Action, A Journey of Discovering Love. You can get it on Amazon.com. And, that journey.
The Freedom in Action is the name of the ministry.
Yeah. A Journey of Discovering Love. Neither Do I Condemn You. So let's make sure everybody has that. Neither Do I Condemn You is the actual name of the book, but you'll see Freedom in Action on the book. So when you made the switch, and we're talking about the switch, and you're encouraging others that, hey, you can come back. It's okay. I'm here for you. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure am.
And it's interesting, too, because we had this discussion that a lot of people that would hear you'd be like, oh, well, are you just rejecting everybody else? And you told me something that I thought was so loving. You said you're not. You're embracing everyone. You're embracing anyone. That if that's, if that's the lifestyle someone chooses, you're still embracing them. You're not rejecting them and throwing them out.
Not at all. Let me read what I have right on the front of the book. Under Freedom in Action, A Journey of Discovering Love. This journey allows us to leave the brokenness and bondage of rejection and move into freedom and wholeness we discover in acceptance of who God created us to be. I am in no way rejecting anyone. I am loving. I'm loving. I'm loving with the love that God put into my heart to love. That's how I made it out, was because my mother loved me for who I am, not what I was doing. And, when Jesus got through to me, that's the way he put it to me. I love you just as you are, but I love you too much to leave you that way.
Wow. And when people read this, what do you hope they take away from reading Neither Do I Condemn You? And again, you'll see at the top of it, Freedom in Action. What do you hope people take away?
Well, what I would like for them to take away is Jesus loves us just as we are. And he doesn't like what we do. And he knows that we on our own are unable to get away from it ourselves. So what he wants from us is, as we come to know him, for us to come to the place that we give him permission to separate us from these things that he doesn't like for us doing. And, just like he did with the adulteress that was brought before him, he loved her, named her sin, and provided a way out for her. And that's what he does for us.
And for you as a reverend, what does it feel like now, your life? Because now this has been a while.
Yeah, it's been 44 years, and it's absolutely wonderful. I have found I have filled the emptiness. I have found the soul deep satisfaction that you can't find in the world. And I mean, as the song, there was a song came out years ago, says, the longer I serve him, the sweeter he grows. And I'm here to tell you that's exactly the way it happens. Because as we journey with him, he keeps revealing himself to us. He keeps revealing ourselves to us, and it's very exciting. And as we come to know the person he creates us to be, we fall in love with that person.
Yeah, wow. And it sounds, again, like you've had just an incredible ride. And you're in a place in Nevada where, people have certain thoughts about what Nevada is like, but there's some wonderful people. It's not all, it's not all like a crazy wild lifestyle. I think sometimes people in other parts of the country get that feeling, and I live there, so I know that that's not true.
Well, God showed me that Las Vegas is not Sin City.
Yeah.
That's just a temporary status. Las Vegas is Salvation City. Las Vegas is Spanish for the meadows, and it's a place to come, to rest and restore. And that's what I'm here for. He's called me here. I've been here since 1991. And I'm here to be used of him to help restore broken people.
Wow. You couldn't have said it any better. This is a perfect place to end this and tell people again, you can pick up the book, Neither Do I Condemn You. You can get it on Amazon.com. Reverend Marie, it's just such a pleasure to talk to you. You can just hear in your voice that love you have.
Yeah, he filled my heart full of love. I know what it is to feel trapped. I know what it is to feel rejected. I know what it is to feel broken. And I know what it is to get delivered from all of that with him. And it's my heart that others would know this as I know it.
Yep. Wow. Again, lovely to meet you and speak with you. And for everybody out there listening, again, the book is Neither Do I Condemn You. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.